Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Movie Chats. And this week we are talking about the new release of Ready or Not 2, Here I Come, directed again by the Radio Silence team and starring a whole bunch of people have come
Yeah,
for the sequel. We've obviously got Samara Weaving is back. Obviously, she's the only one that's returned because she's Grace. She's now joined by her sister, played by Catherine Newton. Just a lot of millennial royalty. You've got Sarah Michelle Gellar, you've
yeah,
got Sean Hatosy, you've got Elijah Wood, you've got David Cronenberg. How good is that? So
yeah.
yeah, a lot of stars. Takes over but the day after the events of the first movie,
Right
and
after.
Grace is right after, and Grace has got to do a whole other game of hide and seek with a
Yeah,
whole bunch of new law has been introduced into the whole game, and she's just got to survive another night until dawn again.
yeah. You have to admire the continuity because there has been a few years between the two movies, and it picks up straight away at the end of the other
Yeah.
movie, and it continues on, and it's not disturbing or even that
Nah.
it's gimmicky. It's actually okay. That's pretty nicely done.
I didn't hate it. Just it does a little bit of a recap. Obviously, for people,
Yeah,
it's been 7 years since the first film came out, so they do a bit of a recap of the first film, and it's like, oh, that's nice because you
yeah.
just have to kind of slightly remember what happened with the first family, and it's obviously they were a devil worshipping family, and now it's a whole continuation of these
It's a
six
whole
families, and
society of
it's all
ultra wealthy people that sold their
yeah.
soul to Mr. LaBelle, who is the devil.
Mr. Yeah, Mr. LaBelle, yeah. And so
Yeah, which maybe that's a point we can start talking about. What did you think of the expansion of the mythology?
I liked it actually. It was maybe
Yeah,
just, I think it might have been just a little bit too much lore because
mm,
obviously the lawyer has obviously got to go, oh, this is the rule for this game. You've got to sign in blood for this one. You've got to,
yeah,
you don't want to be part of the game anymore. You've got to sign yourself out. You've got
yeah,
to sign over your spouse. And it might have been just slightly too much, but
yeah.
it was okay. It wasn't over the top. Just
Yeah, I felt the same. I felt the beauty of the first one was its simplicity in
yep,
they are a devil worshipping family and they need to kill her so they can continue to stay wealthy. Here it
yeah,
expands, you have a bit more characters, it becomes a bit convoluted.
yeah.
And I was not really on board, but I have to say, the ending actually plays into the ridiculousness of it, and I
Oh,
really enjoyed
I,
that. That
I
was a good ending.
just
I really like the ending.
I found myself there's movies where I've laughed out loud at the
Mm.
wrong spot. It's been unintentionally funny. Here, I think it was intentionally funny. Like,
Yeah.
there's obviously, we're talking about the scene in the pit where it just, the mushroom cloud of blood, basically. We're talking about that scene, aren't
Yeah,
we?
we were
Yeah,
talking about that scene, and we're talking about. It's going to be a spoiler. If you haven't seen the movie,
yeah,
turn off the podcast, come back to it afterwards. But it's especially Grace that marries Titus, and
yep,
then she kills him, and
yep,
she takes over as the head of the chair or the high
yep,
seat or whatever they are calling it, and then she removes herself from it, and the ring that represents the
yep,
power is up for grabs.
yeah,
That was it plays into all those rules and laws and
yeah,
say, I thought okay that's
yeah,
clever because the movie is really leaning into it. I really
yeah.
enjoyed that.
Because there's a few times where she's looked over at the lawyer and she's like, "That's allowed, isn't it?" And he's like, "Yeah."
Yeah,
He's nodding. Yeah, that's allowed.
yeah, and I have to say I wanted more Elijah Wood.
Right.
He's so
Yeah.
funny. He's such a little
He's so
weasel. I
good.
love him.
Yeah. He plays a lot of he does a lot of these type of just obscure kind of
It
out
does.
there kind of characters.
You know what I feel is great with Elijah Wood is when you hear him in interviews, he seems like a very humble person, but because
Oh yeah.
he has had so much success during his career from childhood, now you
Yeah.
really feel that he picks and chooses the movies that he wants to be
Yeah.
part of, and he always has a lot of fun, and you know that when he's going to be on screen, this is going to be so cool.
Oh yeah. And you can tell because obviously there's some of the they've done a lot of like it's him and Sarah Michelle Gellar have been on a few of these podcasty and they've done
Yeah.
all this stuff on YouTube and they're having so much fun. he's always seemed like just that sort of genuine bloke. He just really
Yeah,
does seem like a nice guy.
yeah, 100%.
Well, obviously the movie takes a little while to get going. That's probably a little bit of a nitpick I found that it took a
Yeah,
little while to get going. There's a scene at the hospital when one of the family members wants to come and he tries to kill her too early and
yeah.
he explodes, and that's where it's where Catherine Newton's character gets her first take of people just exploding like all over her.
Yeah, I think it plays into like a couple of issues that the movie has. So we talked about maybe the mythology is becoming a bit too convoluted, but another question I have for you, what did you think of the relationship between the sisters? Did you buy it? Did you enjoy it? Did you care for it?
Nah, I think it was one of those forced emotions kind of things where they're trying to attack on emotion where these two people they haven't seen each other in so long,
Yeah.
and it they played off each other really well. It doesn't have a kind of we've been separated for 7 years and I didn't buy that they'd been apart for so long. It was just like the forced emotion that obviously the writers were trying to cram down our throats about it. It
Yeah.
didn't work.
It didn't work for me. I didn't really understand their relationship. It was just thrown in there, and it was inconsistent. It's really, I hate you. You left me. Oh, I love you. You came back for me. I hate you. You love me. It is sort of like repetitive and inconsistent
Yeah.
in different places, just to introduce this character that there was a sister that felt a bit forced, and then for them to keep going together, so it ups the ante. It's not only Grace by herself, there is somebody by her side. I didn't really buy that. And I think when we're saying the movie gets a bit of time to get going, it's because you have the two things. You have the expansion on the mythology, which is a bit convoluted, and then you have the relationship between the two sisters that you don't really buy. I think
Mm.
when I started being, okay, I actually enjoyed the movie was the scene in the laundromat because that was a lot of fun.
Oh yeah, yeah. Oh, that I think that's one of the first parts where I kind of laughed out loud, especially when they're going to go, going to look in his pockets. Oh, there it is.
Yeah, it was good. And the action is pretty good as well. I really like that,
Yeah,
when they are, for example, being thrown against a wall, the camera goes with them. So you really feel the weight of the impact. I really enjoy that.
yeah. Radio silence. I've noticed they did that quite a lot, especially when they took over the Scream franchise for a couple of
Yeah.
movies. They really did that where the camera kind of does a whole almost a 90-degree turn. I really like the way they do their
Yeah.
camera work as well. And
Yeah.
some of the fight scenes are quite brutal. Like, there's one bit
They are.
where
Yeah.
Titus and Faith are going at it, and he's just beating the absolute living hell out of
Oh,
her, and it's just
yeah.
like, oh
Yeah.
my
Yeah.
god.
100%. That's why it feels so good when Titus dies as well, because he really deserved it. He's such a
Oh, right.
psychopath of a character. Awful.
Because obviously we've got these two characters, the sisters who are kind of drawing closeness. You've got Titus and Ursula who are kind of drawing apart. We're going to do a massive spoiler. I'm going to do a massive spoiler here, so please, if you haven't seen the movie, either stop watching or skip ahead. How were you disappointed that's how Sarah Michelle Gellar went out?
Uh, I was okay with it, but that's something
You're
that
okay?
I noticed actually. Did you notice that when Sarah Michelle Gellar is in a horror movie, she has a tendency to die?
Oh yeah,
Because Scream
yeah,
2, I know what she did last summer, and now this one, she always dies. So
yeah.
now actually I was okay with her death.
You're okay with it?
Yeah.
It made sense for the character of Titus and Ursula because obviously they were at odds throughout the whole film because they both wanted the power. So it did make sense that he would have to be the one to kill her because
Yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna say that I expected it, but as much as some of those characters are so grating that you just want to see them die and you want Grace to take them out,
yeah,
you have a little bit of redemption in Ursula, the character of Sarah Michelle Gellar, that she passes by the hands of Titus is okay.
yeah. I really loved there's a few other really good fight sequences, especially
Yeah,
during the Francesca and I'm gonna get their names mixed up. Sorry, the Francesca and Grace fight sequence where they're both kind of blinded because
the
they
one
took
in
out
the
to spray each
ballroom.
other.
Yeah, this one was hilarious. That was a high point of the movie.
I loved when they got the Asian lady where I can't remember it, Chen, to kill Ignacio by mistake. So
Yeah,
she's killed Ignacio and she's like, oh no, oh no,
That,
and then they
that she
look, they
explodes.
look, I'm
Yeah.
laughing a lot.
Something else I want to bring is I don't know if you felt that in the first movie. I felt it was a bit more of a satire of ultra wealthy people that, yeah, they will do anything to keep their power and,
Yeah,
yada, 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 what you want to think about it. Did you feel that this one is losing this satire edge?
yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
Yeah, there's not really much of it because they obviously want that seat of power, and there's that scene at the beginning where the father is watching a conflict and he picks up the phone and goes, "Let's end the ceasefire," and then
yeah.
instantaneously on the TV, it's like the ceasefire is lifted or something like that.
It
So
became
it's
a bit
obviously wow, this
cartoony. Yeah,
yeah. So this is someone who can control the world. Basically, it's just like yeah, it was too much. I
yeah,
think yeah.
yeah, I
Yeah,
agree.
whereas at least with like this the what were they called? What were the family called? The who were the first family? The Bales or something like that. No,
No,
not
it's
Bales.
the La Domas.
No, the Domas. That's right.
Yeah, La
At
Domas.
least with them, it was a bit more confined. It was just one
Yep.
kind of just uber wealthy family. Here, it was just I didn't dislike the expansion, but it was just it felt too cartoonish.
Yeah, yeah, I agree with
Yeah.
that. Let's go into scores.
Okay. Look, I liked it. I don't think it's a perfect film, but it's very very good. You're not going in there to expect to watch a Shawshank Redemption, but
Yeah,
it's a 3.5 out of 5 for me.
nice. Yeah, it's a 3 out of 5 for me. It's not as good as the first one. They're trying to they're trying to be bigger. They're trying to be bloodier. It doesn't always pays off because the simplicity of the first one was what made it so brilliant. It's not a sequel that needs to exist, but I'm happy it does, and
Yeah.
I'm happy that I saw it. Samara Weaving is amazing in the role. I really enjoy Elijah Wood as well in
Oh,
his role as the lawyer. It's a good time. That's it. So it's a 3 out of 5 for me.
yeah. Yeah, kind of, especially with obviously the explosion. That was such a whoa moment in the first film, and then you're expecting it here. So it's not as original, those
No,
parts as well.
but I would say that a good thing is they really try to do something different. It's not a sequel that it's just a money grab and it's rinse repeat. They try to do something different. Did it
Yeah.
100% paid off? No, but good effort.
Yeah. Very good. All right. Well, thank you for watching, everybody. We will put a link in our description below of where you can catch this one. Please let us know what you thought of this film. Do you agree with us? Do you disagree? Please give us any likes and comments. It's greatly appreciated. Thank you.
See you guys.